Hey, Joe Schmoke and BCM, how are you? I don't think we have Heather tonight unless she stops in. I'm not sure, but I don't believe she'll be here tonight. Possibility. Let me see here. Trying to check something. There we go. Oops. Need 1 minute here. My phone's not cooperating, of course. Oh, there we go. I've clicked the like button. Have you? Thank you, Schmoke. I appreciate that. And Alita and Keith and Toby. No Liam tonight. That's not good. He got his license and he's not here now. I figured I'd do it in the house this week. I got way too much going on in that garage. I got a disaster. And Scott, what is up, brother? And Sue, thank you. I hope James is here. And thank you, Sue, for stopping in. I appreciate that. And Jim. And we have 27 people and 17 likes. There's James. He stopped in also. And Lisa, how are you? Yes, please don't forget the thumbs up. It is very helpful for the algorithm, but I think you folks know that. We have 34 folks and only 20 likes. And Robert, how are you, sir? And Bill, Storybox Connie, enjoy the W Trends interview. Thank you. You know, that was a fun interview. I really, really enjoyed it. Reef is from Southern California. I don't remember you being in here, so welcome aboard. Thank you for joining in. And it was good. Thank you. Thank you. The birthday was very nice. My kids come over and spent time with me, which is always a delight. It's not a delight getting older, but I feel pretty good. So it was a nice time. It really was. Wow, we skipped up to 38 people that quick. Okay, folks, hit the like button. We only got 26 likes. Just X out, hit like, and come back in. The interview went very, very well, you know, better than the alternative. Yeah, you're right. Darren, what is up, brother? And birthday, my birthday was on the 18th. Great, here comes Lily to cause problems. And I'm getting older, Robert, sadly. Time is going quick. Ricky, what is up? How are you? Oh, we have 43 people, so we're getting 29 likes. We're climbing slowly. Yeah, the interview, really, I enjoyed it. Dan is such a wonderful guy. Dorte, what is up? And Dave, my bro, for tonight's I am too, brother. I'm glad you made it home in time. And yep, I must have missed that, Robert. Yep, same age. Well, you'll be there next month. Yeah, let's get the like buttons up. I really appreciate that. That gets more people in the chat because of the algorithm, how it works. Lily, no. She was going to bark. My VW motor runs good, but I'd like to rerun it now and set the carbs. I got a dual 40 Cadrons to put on, but I just got the new exhaust system for it. But I got to hit the pause button and level the car out first, which kind of stinks. But I think I got to put, I don't know what you've caught, but the driver's side of the car, once I put the rear fenders and apron on temporarily, Otto, what is up? I noticed that the driver's side is down about an inch, and it'll make me crazy. I'll never sleep at night with the car leaning to one side. And that's normal with these old cars, you know. It's just how it works. So I got to re-index the torsions on it and get that done. And then I'm going to put the motor in though first so I can see where the weight's at, you know, of it. But I wish I could attend a picnic, too far to travel. I had too much grandchildren activity. That's cool, Bill. I completely understand. It was very humid. It was very, very hot. But it's been that way for the last 2-3 weeks, I think, somewhere around there. And you're out in Bucks County. I'm not that. DW, hey. I don't. I'm going to have to look into your area. I think that's country out your way. I can't remember now. But so I don't know. Today we took a ride, Heather and I, and it was quite odd because before we left, it was like 85 degrees. and we went clear out Route 22. Anybody that's familiar with our area, just shot way out 22, and it was like 75 degrees. That's a heck of a difference. And that was getting out towards the country. So I don't, maybe that has something to do with it. You know, I'm not sure. It's miserable humid in Florida right now, 180. Oh, 108. It gets 85 here and I lose my mind. You got to get adjustable torsions. You can dial them in. Allen Wrench, Cadron shop sells them. Yeah, Reef, I'm like back and forth on it right now on adjustables or reindexing, because I've seen a lot of people saying, and it did make sense, you know, people don't have money. Can you show them how to do it manually without having to buy parts? And I thought that's not a bad idea. I've never did adjustable ones yet, though. We finally get a little break in the excessive heat out here. Started working to get a dash mount tack on Beetle. Oh, there you go. Yeah, James, you were getting fried out there in Arizona. I believe that's where you're at. I'm almost positive now. And yeah, Yints were getting some crazy, crazy heat. We all are right now. It is kind of the time of the year. I don't know why I'm so surprised over it all the time. You know, Lloyd, what is up? Elite, very good. Thanks. Asking, what's the purple crown? I see that too. I don't know what that is, to tell you the truth. I never seen you get a crown depending on how much you chat. Thanks, Heath. I didn't know what it was. I don't even know how Heather knew that. I never noticed it before in here. Heat and humidity is tough on us older guys. Dave, it is. I mean, we had a 3-day event, Dave. You were there. Man, the humidity kicked my butt. Yeah, 108. That is high. As you've been hot, we're expecting more rain this upcoming week, so last flood of floods up back on our watch. Yeah, everybody's getting flooded out lately. I have my thoughts on that. It's sad. All right. Lonnie, how are you doing? Hey, Miss V72 super at a local show last Wednesday. She got lots of attention. That's cool, hon. I'm glad to hear that. I really am. And Baja Bandito and Neil. And good to know Heather. It's new. It was experimental on some channels. Now it's everywhere. The crowns. Yeah, I honestly, Smoke, that's the John. What is up, brother? Honestly, I didn't see these crowns until tonight. But last weekend was the first time I didn't do a live chat because it was just a busy weekend. You know, Dan from VW Trends had stayed to 8 in the evening, which was awesome. I don't know what time he came. I think around 2. But we came down to the house after the garage interview and sat down and had dinner and hung out. So I couldn't squeeze the live chat in, but I'm sure people understood why. Good evening. See you, Slade and all. I'm glad John stopped in here, and I'm a nerd. You're not a nerd. Dave, I got to tell you, I'm talking to Dave, Buster's Travel. I'm sure you know him. And it was the best 3 days. I had such a nice time. I really did. Wayne, how are you, sir? Thank you for driving your Beetle to where you came from. That's up to you to name it. Thank you so much. It was a pleasure meeting you. Although I felt bad I didn't get to sit and spend time with you. It gets so hectic. And I always feel guilty when I can't sit with each person for a period of time. And I really wanted to, Wayne. I could tell you're a really down-to-earth guy. I was a little mad about the food cart truck thing, but we'll leave that out. Did you camp out at the show? Personally, me, no, I didn't, and I'm glad I didn't now because of the heat. I couldn't imagine waking up in a tent. Ugh. And I've been trying to, Reef, it's funny you brought camping because Heather and I love camping. But to tell you the truth, I'm getting tired of the tent thing. I'm 61, blah, blah. You know the deal. And I said to her, we need to find a retro camper, like one from the 70s or something that needs fixed up. And I told her, do it on your channel, not on mine, on her channel, and go ahead and just restore a camper on her channel. Maybe people would like to see that. I really don't know. You know what I mean? But I think that'd be a lot of fun, and then we can really go camping. I kept looking for a live stream during an event, no notification. Thought you might be having signal issues. Otto, we were. Even Wayne and Dave can tell you if they were looking at their phones there. I had zero signal. I don't know if you watched the video on VW Trends. I was talking about that. I had no signal. Like, I'm walking around like an idiot holding my phone in the air because I wanted to go live at least for 30 minutes, but that didn't work out. But it was a nice place. that I did reserve. I really thought it was really, really nice. Big pavilion. I kept looking for the live stream, but okay, no signal at all. Event. And wait a minute, my screen just jumped all over the place. 25 points per post, 3 count each hour. Super chats give big points. Let me see here. My screen keeps jumping. Heck. It's tough when you're at a show, so many things to do. It is, Reef, because I really wanted to meet Wayne. He got a really nice Beetle. I got to put him in the members section of the website. I actually need to do more work on my website. You just need to push me. But honestly, it's tough because you want to spend time with everybody, because I get so excited to meet people that show up because they go out of their way. And I believe Wayne had traveled probably 5 or 6 or 7 hours in his Beetle in the heat. Ugh. But Keith, thank you for the donation. Thank you for the super chat donation. That is very nice of you, my friend. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. That gets big views, and thank you. And trying to catch up here. Going to be 103 to 107 out here in Arizona this week. It's a break from the real hot weather for us. I think that's pretty hot. James, you're rough one, man, because I couldn't handle that heat. They always say, well, you get used to it. I don't know. I feel like my buddies bring right out my RV. My buddy has a nice 65 Air camper with a 65 bus. Oh, that's cool, Reef. I watch, I don't know the name of it. I watch a lot of camper stuff on YouTube. It's a guy and lady. They go around to vintage camper shows. I cannot remember their name. But it's fun to watch because I never knew there was actual campgrounds that host like vintage campers only. And it is amazing to see the amount of money and time these people put into like a 1965, say a Scotty. I'm not good with them. And they just restore them. And I said to Heather, we need to get one and have you do it on your channel. I think that'd be amazing. Then we would use it, I found you one today. It's $500. It's not Airstream, but all metal for probably 60 or 70. I'll shoot you a pic of it tomorrow. Wow, that's really cheap, Darren. Yeah, please let me know, brother. Wow, that's as long as they got a title, I'm okay. I run into a lot of them with no titles, and that's a pain in the butt. I mean, that area is very hilly, no signal, beautiful place. It is, Dave, and it's very nice camping. The campground where the cabins are, Dave, like, where they're at over there, because you were there before. I have perfect signal over there. But as soon as you cross the lake to where the show was, it kind of stinks. You feel like you're out in the desert somewhere and can't get no signal. Please do, Darren. Yes, yeah, absolutely. Although that'd be a heck of a distance to try to get that towed up here. Just want to say thanks to the Slade community for all the support with Liam. Something just went wrong with my phone here. I'm watching for something on my phone. Give me 1 second here. I apologize. What the heck? My son was supposed to send me something, so I was kind of watching for it. But anyhow, support with Liam is VW Journey. He's blown away with all the support. Well, Liam does got a lot of support here. I mean, in all honesty, I seen the photos on the Slade group on Facebook, and I was so happy to see he got his license and it showed him driving the Beetle. I love that. He is such a good kid, and you could tell he's a young man, Guys, long time no see. I hope everyone had a good picnic at the place. I missed it. Thanks, Rod. I appreciate it. What a nice time to get together with people that have stuff in common. I think I mentioned it in the video. If you watched the VW Trends video, it was kind of mixed in with the picnic. And I said, you can have an attorney, you can have a garbage man. But when they got Volkswagen air colds, they cling together and start talking. So that's the nice thing about the VW community. And I don't make the wages of an attorney, so, I'm the other guy. Norms is 110 to 115. Like I said, it hits 85 here, and I'm like, ugh, really? What amazed me about Wayne was that he acted like that drive was no big deal. That would have been a challenge for me. Yeah, he did. Wayne was a trooper. I mean, I think it was about 6 hours. You're talking in the heat. And Heather did get to spend some time with Wayne, which I believe I was running back and forth all over the place. And it did make me mad, though. The food cart truck, whatever the hell it was like almost 2 hours late. Well, people were going and leaving to eat, and that was sad. It wasn't my fault. I trusted that everybody gloated about this lady. I was not happy, but we won't get into that because I'll just get in a bad mood. But yeah, Wayne was a trooper. There was quite a few people that drove a pretty good distance in their Beetles, and tin cans. Oops, normal. And Roger, hello to you, sir. And Kevin, hello to you. And April, if you're hanging in the background, hello, dear. And I'll tell you some stuff that went on over the 3-day events. And as I get caught up here, picnic because might mess up members. I put my Beetle to the test and traveled 320 miles each way. I enjoyed the trip. My 70-mile-an-hour vent wing air conditioning. Wayne, I give you credit, and your car is really nice. I mean, I was a little bummed, though, because everything got so chaotic and I didn't get to film. There was probably 10 or 12 more vehicles I didn't get to film just because of running around, But you're a trooper, brother. You're a trooper. I give you credit. That's a long way. And you didn't show up like all mad and going, I ain't doing this again. With a cam, does a distributor and coil make a big difference? Or a simple 09 is enough. Also, what kind of brake fluid you use. .3 brake fluid, make sure to use. And I've been hearing a lot of stuff about, there we go, that Pat Down's ignition system with the coil, the Dizzy. It's supposed to be amazing from what I understand. Dino actually got me a complete setup, I guess, sponsored by him. And when I see Dino within a month, he's bringing the stuff up with him from Maryland. So I'm excited about that. That's what I would actually use right at this point from what everybody's, saying. Wayne, first of all, you have a beautiful ride. And secondly, it was wonderful to meet you. Yeah, Heather had a nice time. I know she did say she was sitting with Wayne for a little bit. That's why I said I feel bad because it was hot. I was trying to see everybody back and forth, and it can become complicated. Actually, I have a titled camper frame, contemplating building a custom camper. Oh, do it, Schmoke. Do it. I watch them videos all the time. Probably bore Heather after. Well, no, Heather likes stuff like that. I love seeing campers refurbished and brought back to life. I mean, can you believe the prices of new ones? That's ridiculous what they charge. I mean, VW people are always cool. They are, Reef. They really, really are. Jorg, what is up, brother? And they are, Reef. I've been to events and everything. I'll be going to one in Ohio in October. And I'm not wearing my shirt or anything, though. I don't want to wear this. I'm just going in a regular shirt. I just want to go enjoy myself. And nobody will know who I am. I'll wear the nose and glasses. And it ain't that I'm some star or anything like that. But I just want to go hang out and see people and laugh and talk and walk around. But VW folks, they always get along. There's just something special about these little cars. I'm a dumpster guy. I know the feeling. I try to do the best that I can. Let me see here. We had a lot of 90s humidity, stormy summer. Yeah, we've had a lot of rain here. The humidity's the kicker. Rod, even if it's 90 degrees, I can deal with that. I'll go out and cut the grass. It's the humidity. It's like you start to think, I can't breathe as well. What is going on here? It's the humidity. I mean, and Dawn, Slade, if you and Heather make that out for a fairgrounds for vintage VW show, let me know. My daughter lives half block from the fairgrounds. She has an extra room with a complete bathroom. Nice. Thank you, Dawn. That was very, very nice of you. I watch Pomona or Panoma. I forget. I watch some of them shows in California. And wow, you guys got it made out there. You guys have a lot of car shows. I mean, April's here feeding her face. Hi, April. I got a big hug for her. I think I got a couple hugs from April. She's huggy. She's very huggy. We had such a nice time. I look forward to next year's Halloween picnic. And you know what, Wayne? I got to check other shows first, though, because overlapped with 2 other shows I found out. And I think July's too hot. It's too humid. I mean, if you do one in October, at least in Pennsylvania, at the beginning, and that's if I have one, it's so much cooler out. And I think a better commute in the car, not sweating, And you see, Kev, you're making me hungry. Yeah, me and Dave have issues where we found out. We did a private video chat last night on Facebook, 5 or 6 of us. It was a lot of fun. And yeah, me and Dave agreed. It's fun to eat late at night. And we shouldn't be doing that. I knew I had a lot in common with him when we started. And then we were talking about it, and then I was getting hungry. So got a link on your distributor set up. I've been wanting to upgrade. Rod, do you mean the Pat Downs one? Dina was telling me a lot about it. He couldn't tell me enough about it. And he's like, hey, I'm telling you, I got you one. I got you sponsored. He says, slam that Pat Downs setup one. He says, it is amazing. Hello, Heather. How many candy bars do you have left? Hey, I only ate a couple, Heath. Gee, she's like nasty over them whatchamacallit bars. Kevin and April had brought Heather 2 big sleeves of whatchamacallit bars because they don't sell them in our state. Sadly, they brought 0 bars for Bob. He forgot to take them home. And when I talked to my mail lady, though, she said, that's not something you want to ship in a mail truck. She said they will be a melted mess by the time they get there, Thanks, Heather. Hope you enjoyed espresso coffee. So Heather loves coffee stuff. And I did get to see it, Wayne, before she consumed it. That was very sweet of you. Dave, I'll feed you. Heather, I checked my bees today. I got 2 hives, 1 super each, capped with honey and filling other supplies. Oh, nice. I've seen some bees on Heather's. See what happens when you get older. Her streams, Heather has them boot 2 streams. She hasn't been filming. I can't help it. Her streams and pond, I do see the bees there again. From what I heard, and Rod would know much better than me, but I heard that when you got bees coming to your pond, that means you have a good system going, And you see here, the new VW campers are way too expensive, not made the same way as the campers of the past. Yeah, you know what? The campers that we got a place down the road from us, and truthfully, Alita, I was shocked at the prices of new campers. I always wanted a Class C. I want one so bad, and then tow the Beetle on the back and just go. Just travel the United States for 3, 4, 5 months. But they're not cheap, so I can't tow a camper with a Beetle, though. James, how are you? I didn't get a notification when you went live. I had to search for you. That's weird. Make sure your notification bell's clicked, James, but I'm sure you did. That's kind of weird. Locals call it P-Town. P-Town. Never heard that saying. And Rod, that is so awesome. I want honey. Yeah, Heather likes her natural honey. Heather asked Slade to get some honey. Yeah, room for one more. Is it just me, or is it getting VW trendy in here? How many pounds of mozzarella are left? Oh, I like mozzarella. I literally could eat it out of the bag. I do. I got tons of gifts last weekend. Yeah, actually, there we go. I apologize. The screen jumps on the chat sometimes. Actually, Darren and Kendall have brought us a mini fire pit, which I think I'm going to use that actually tomorrow evening for our patio, which was so sweet. Dave brought me, I put them in a garage already to show in next week's video. Dave brought me 2 unique items, Buster's Travel, I'm sorry, that he had made. And I'll show them in the upcoming video because I don't want to give away what they are. They are really unique. And he gave me a nice birthday card money. That was very sweet, And he also gave me one of his T-shirts, but that's in next week's video too. And candy bars from Kevin and April. I mean, it's very sweet, and I hope I'm not forgetting anything. I apologize if I do. It was a very hectic weekend, but I never expect anything from anybody. That's never my goal ever. But that was very thoughtful. It really, really was, in all sincerity. Heather, I got tons of gift last weekend. Send a message on distributor when you have time. Sad part, I've only had buggy out twice this year, my Harleys. Yes. I know that Pat Downs, I've never personally tried it. There's an empty one in my distributor right now. I meant motor. Fernando, how are you? Good afternoon. That means Fernando, it's probably around 6:30, I'm guessing. You're correct about the bees. Yeah, I was just going by what somebody had posted. Heather put a short up one day on her YouTube and said, I am getting smothered with bees in my pond and stream. What is going on? But Heather's real good. She can put her hand out. She's fine with bees. And then some guy said, wow, you got a heck of an ecosystem going when all them bees are coming there and taking the water and going. I was like, wow. The pond's better this year, I think, because the folks that came here for the third day, I'll explain how the weekend went on, but the third day, we had a brunch here for the members, and people got to see the pond. And for them gathered from a few folks that visited that they were really happy with Heather's setup. And I think it looks prettier in person than it does on video. Yes, let's get the likes up, folks. And I would never see it. That was bold because Smoke got rowdy on me here. I knew. I went to the RV show here and they're ridiculous. Smoke, I can't agree enough. I mean, it's fun to go look at those, but, and I know it's probably just like cars are probably not built as well. I mean, I just would love to have an older camper, but I have to have Heather do it on her channel because my channel would just not, it would not make sense. Like, let's build a dual port motor and check out my camper. So I want her to restore a camper on her channel, a vintage one. And then we can use it. Maybe she can film once in a while us going camping. I don't know if people want to watch stuff like that, but I just think it would be so much fun. I want one so bad. I just need one that's cheap and crappy, and then I can do my work on it. I just made white rice, pink beans, fried pork chops, and this, which I shared green plantains. I scooped them and dropped them into the frying pan. That doesn't sound like pizza, Alita. You're supposed to eat pizza. As a cookie season, I always felt she was the bee's knees. That was good, number one. You kept it clean and funny. Actually, the Heather made cookies, homemade cookies, and you didn't show up. So, I mean, what do you want us to do? But they were really good. I would like to think the folks that were here liked them. She made cookies, and they come out good. I made my homemade chili dogs, beanless, and then Heather made homemade ham barbecue, which come out very nice, I thought. Macaroni salad. God, I loved that day. It was so much fun. It really, really was. And our house is small. It's a ranch home, but we all fit. We all did our thing, you know. We came last week. You've gotten cookies. Oh, she just Daryl, what is up? Glad to see y'all. Picnic was fun. Look forward to getting up there at some point. Thanks, Daryl. You know, what wonderful people. I can't say that enough. I know that's repetitive, and I repeat stuff a lot. And, Tabitha just came in to mess with me. The people were amazing. They really, really were, in all honesty. She's wanted to say hello, I guess. But they were just amazing folks. I can't say enough about VW people. Everybody just gets along so well. And it really was a weekend to remember. I love all the folks. Did someone say fried pork chops? I'd go for that. I'd go for fried pork chops. Mail me some, Heather. And I sure did. Otto, cookies were awesome. I believe I ate 5 or 6 of them. I thought they were good, Kevin. You know, Heather sometimes will do like different things to her cookies. Just, I don't even know how to describe it. She'll do something unique once in a while, but she kept up ones just straight up. So nobody was like, ooh, like, why'd you put Reese's chips in it or something? You know what I mean? They're scary expensive. I mean, it's criminal. Wow. Yeah, no doubt. And woo, I made it in and watched the new movie. Thank you, Misty. I appreciate that. I think you've seen a little clip of you in there. It was Hot and Early PA by Douche Classic on Saturday, July 12th, blah, 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 blah. Oh, yeah, I did see that, Bill. I did see that. I think you either said something on the group or something on your wall. I can't remember where I seen that, but I did catch that. Let me know how the tabletop fire pit works. Darren, that was very sweet of you and Kendall. It really was very sweet. And actually, I'll be trying it tomorrow evening. We had a little bit of a busy weekend here, so I will try it out. I was going to light it in the living room, but Heather won't let me. So it's only a 64-hour round trip drive, Heather, maybe next year. Thanks, Kevin. I can mail you some rod. And I bumped it, and bang, there went the chat. Let me find back. And I hate when that happens. I got to figure where I was at now. Give me a minute. Be patient. There we go. Thanks, Kevin. I can okay, got that. I just saw the distributor post on a group. What is going on? I'm sorry I missed that. I don't understand what would cause someone to say the whole thing is a problem. I don't know. I think he was asking what setup to use. Number one, that be sent too bad. I need to try to get Bill's Williams Edros, a 53 Herbie Beetle. He made some cool engine hood hinge brackets. Oh, Wayne, send me a message on Facebook and I'll hook you up with him. William is a really great guy. I think he's about 40 minutes away from me. He has a lot of cool toys, like not just VWs. He has like a lot of stuff, that I think he has 2 garages just full and wants me to do an interview, but that's going to be like a 2-day interview. I can't do it in 1 day. But them brackets are cool because if you don't want it open, you just pull them, boom, and it collapses in. So I know what you mean, Wayne. That was really cool. Mike, what is up? I appreciate you stopping in. I'll send you FB message address. Okay, Rod. There's tongue got stung or thumb. We're using it tomorrow night. We will send you a picture. And we're using it tomorrow night. Oh, the fire pit. Okay. I just thought I think that is unique. I really do. That would be perfect on the patio. And my channel's all over the place. The projects, the algorithm was very confusing. Oh yeah, Smoke. That's why I'm trying to watch. If I was to do something different, I would probably open another channel up, a secondary channel. So I know what you're talking about there. Well, bullshit. If anybody's getting mail cookies, we all know who's first in line. The bees hang out my pond. I was told by Beaker is a good sign that they find it acceptable. Jorg, it is. Somebody was telling Heather that your water must be, I'll just put it in layman's terms, your water must be very, very clean for the ecosystem for bees to show up and be getting that water and taking it. I was like, wow, I didn't know why we were getting so many. Friday is my pizza day. Alita, every day is pizza day for me. No, I can't, but I should because I like it. We'll see who's number 1 for the cookies. Are your IDF 40 rebuild kits complete kits? There were Seals and Kitten. Yeah, she took back off. I don't know what the deal was with that. She wanted on my lap, and then I brought her up, and she split. And she now, unfortunately, and I can't show you the video now, I was sitting in the kitchen, and little Kitten, she knows how to open the kitchen cabinets now. How nice. She went by, and she knows which side to pull open and look in. Cookies by now. Daryl, how was your VW show? And Jeremy, how are you? Thank you for coming in. We have 50 people and 51 likes. That's weird. And Roger, only 2 years late to the line. And Clinton, welcome in, brother. Enjoyed the video this week. Missed the get together due to work, but I enjoyed seeing the cars. Thank you, Clinton. We had a great time. We really, really did. I mean, like I said, it turned into a 3-day event. When I catch up on the chat here and it slows down, then I'll explain the 3-day event. Literally, it was so much fun that I'm sorry, I seen what she was doing. It was a blast. It really was. Especially the 3rd day too. At the house with VW Trends here, we had a brunch. Food, hung out. It was so much fun. It was so much fun. Let me see. I like to budge in line, number 1. As we'll see what you're trying to spell, we will see. And cookies were great, and Slades Oven Dogs on the wall. Great. Thank you, Dave. The only problem with the hot dogs I got upset about with my chili sauce is I should have rewarmed right when it's got here. And it upset me because they would have tasted better. I got so nervous. I made everything and laid it out. And so did Heather. And everybody showed up. We messed around, and then it's 8. And I'm like, oh, crap, I should have reheated. On how Heather is a great cook. Oh, that's nice of April. It really is. Truthfully, I'm lucky to have Heather's cooking. I mean, I lived alone for years. I never cooked. I bought pizza every day. I was a mechanic. I came home and I ate pizza. She's a very good cook. That was nice of you, April. That really, really was, honey. I did see the little segment. Thank you both great people. I'm glad to have you both have made a great friendship. Thank you, Misty. Dan was just like, I don't know. We like really clicked very, very well. He was here from 2 and he left at 8 in the evening. Well, because he had to get to his destination, you know. But I was happy he stayed that long. We had such a nice time. And what Dave said, and type faster that way. So the tariffs on double nestle. Tariffs on the cookies. You got the point. Thank you, April. That was a quick put together lunch. I had a short time frame. I thought them ham barbecues turned out good. I know you got a couple little tricks to you doing that, but I thought they come out really, really good. So you want people to see that different. And thank you, Dave. Whatever at that. And Coach, when do you have to replace generator brushes below the holders? I don't run generators. So, I mean, I think if you start having issues and you take a look at them, you'll see if the brushes themselves are wore down. That's the best way I can tell you about that, in all honesty. And let me scroll back up because now this jumped hard. There we go. And Dan, how are you? And quick question. I don't think we're going to get into the meat stuff tonight. Steering wheels interchangeable. Are there different sizes, and how many different sizes? There's 2 different sizes of shafts. Let me look. I have because I forgot the exact year, but I have a thing on my phone to keep. So I'll tell you right now, because I had to just tell somebody about that the other day. Here we go. Oh, nope, that ain't it. There we go, right here. 7/8 would be the old 73 and earlier spline, and then 74 and onward is a smaller taper. So that's the deal with the differences. You know, you can change the shaft, you know, if you want to use a different size, you know, steering wheel from a different year. But there's just 2 different size shafts, unless there was something sneaky that went on that I didn't know about. When they're worn below the holders. Yeah, like I said, I don't mess with the generators. I do the 1-wire alternators now. They're much easier to mess around with. But when they're worn below the holders on the brushes themselves, then of course it's time to change those, to be honest with you. I never had to do them, in all sincerity. But if they're worn below the holders, then yeah, I would definitely change them up and clean everything up while you got it apart. Misty, is your store close to the Poconos? And what's this point system in the chat? This is the only live chat I do. Never seen it before. Point system. Do you mean these little crowns that are popping up? Because that just started this week, and I really don't know. Heather or Smoke, somebody said something about them, and if that's what you mean, I don't know what that means, in all honesty. I just somebody's trying to call me on Facebook. Let me see here. Yeah, some weird XP thing. Yeah, I don't know what is going on. It's just who posts more, Michael. Okay. Because I have to go Monday coming over. We're back. Heather message my address. Thanks, everyone. Thanks for dropping in, Rod. I appreciate that. I really do. I hope you have a great day tomorrow, brother. Keep me updated on stuff, please. I wish the best for you. You two doing something different. And yeah, I don't understand the XP thing. And Uncle Bon, what is up, brother? Happy Sunday to you. Well, it's a little earlier for you out there. I think it's 6:41 at Uncle Bon's house, who has been doing body work. I don't like body work. Like pizza, the dogs were great cold. Thanks, Dave. I had ate one probably around the same time you guys did, and I'm like, oh crap, they needed rewarmed. Pizza, the little shopping center across the sheets at 91 and 22 had an amazing pizza place. Also had some fantastic fried chicken. Oh, I don't know that one. I was actually out Route 22 today. Pretty far out for where we live, you know what I mean? But I don't know the towns we were near, to be honest with you. We got on 22 and just rolled. He was there the same way. Instant Connection, just a great guy. Yes, he really is, in all sincerity. Adjustable spring plates on a shelf in 2 days. Call me tomorrow. I'll get them out. I may not do the adjustable ones, Misty. After I read some of the comments from people, they were saying, can you show without spending money, you know, how to adjust them manually for the people that can't afford the adjustable ones? And I thought that might not be a bad idea. So that's probably what I'm going to do. Although I have some other crap to do this week before I can go to that segment. Pizza, cookies, oven dogs, a cook show, or is that a new Slade channel? I can open a Pizza Slades channel because that's all I know how to make. Oops, I mean, spill check, don't properly overheat and melt your screen. We all have cheat sheets saved on our phones. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Because I couldn't remember the size is what it was. So I keep some of that stuff on my phone because there's too much up here. Now I'm starting to forget stuff and I got to refer back, which is normal, you know. Let me see here. Thanks. And Misty, great. I'm in and out of Tamiana, Wayne County. And I met a gentleman with 65 bug, 140 horsepower, all custom gentleman, so it was 60 mile an hour first gear. That's weird. Sound like a dream. The gentleman said it was his first vehicle as a kid. Wow, that's really cool. That's a lot of horsepower, but man, I don't know if I'd want to wind up to 60 mile an hour in first gear. Whew, that's amazing. Some people keep, you know, James, it's really nice to know that somebody keeps their cars from their childhood or, you know, clear back in the day. I wished I could have done that, and I didn't, sadly. So that is really cool. XP YouTube is currently testing new engagement feature for live streams. Ranks viewers based on their engagement during the live stream, specifically how. Oh, I didn't know that, Heath. I'm glad you checked into that because I knew nothing of going on with that at all, literally. So I guess it's a good thing. Let me see here. Otto, we always chat about food at some point. Oh, yeah. Food is important. Food, old movies. I'll have to stop by. I need some upgrades. Love to meet you. And much way you interact through comments, super chat, super stickers, and gifts. XP or experience points earned by viewers reflects their activity and participation in the live stream chat. Oh, that's cool, babe. I didn't even know they were doing. I guess they just started that because that's actually new to me, you know. So I guess they're doing it for a reason. I guess if you don't do good enough, they shut your live chats off, probably. As you support, the more you show up, the more points you get. Oh, that's cool. I didn't know. They must have just started this, literally. I can't wait to tell you your next video drops. Yeah, Heather should be putting a new video up soon. I keep aggravating her, but I know she's had a lot going on. That's at Wayne, and Slades giving out money to the person with the highest points. Yes, $1,000. Such an overthinker when it comes to filming. I will take a full day to film, and then I like it, so I chuck it. Yeah, Heather has done that. She'll film for 8 hours and then go through it and go, I don't like that one, and then just boom. Like, wow. I'm in Breezewood Acres. And Jerry Rivera, how are you? I just want to thank you. Your videos have helped me greatly. And thank you for saying that. Mr. Rivera, I really appreciate that. I really, really do. And welcome aboard. At Baja, and where'd we go there? And Bob, hey Slade, just watched your video talk about the picnic at our trip, and I wish I was able to make it to the picnic. I fairly cookout with the kids and grandkids back in WV. Well, you know what, Bob? You're not that far, so maybe next time. But thank you for chiming in. I really appreciate that. It turned into a 3-day event, which was really fun, though. I really liked it. Misty, congrats on a race car. How to record 2 versions of shirts and skins. I'll make it pick one post easier. Uncle Bon has been doing lots of work on his Camino, but it's not an El Camino, it's a Bon Camino. And thank you for the phone call, Uncle Bon. I appreciated that. I really did. It's been so hectic for me. Because sometimes it's easier for me with Uncle Bon to get on Facebook video chat and we just goof off, literally. We talk about everything. Kevin was a great show. Met a lot of cool people. Enjoyed a ton of cars. I was laying on the river. And a buddy of mine was visiting. I baptized him in the river Saturday. Oh, that's really cool. And I'm trying to catch up here. There we go. Improving H1, send me a few. You got to go to bed. Have a great weekend. Hey, Clinton, thanks for stopping in. I really, really appreciate that very much. I hope you have a great week. Your husband picnic weekend event looked epic. It was. It was actually very nice. I did bring an industrial van and set on one of the tables to throw some air at people, but I don't know how much that really helps unless you're really close to them, you know. And awesome barrel. Good night, Clinton. And cookies done. Number 1, yeah, dude shirts, girl skins. And good night, Clinton. Good night, everyone. Good night, Joe. Thanks for stopping in. I appreciate it very much, brother. Yeah, there was we got together actually. Thanks, Uncle Bon. I appreciate it, brother. I really do. It's just another year older for me. Yeah, the get together actually started out Friday night, and oh, thank you, James. I know he appreciates that. It's keeping it alive. If Vesper's mine is frozen, I'm going to have to reinstall the darn thing. Yeah, Heather was having problems with her Facebook Messenger because I tried to send her something and she's like, I'm not seeing it. But about the picnic, Friday night it started out where we met at an Eat Park Diner. There was quite a few of us and we had dinner together, which was really, really a lot of fun. And then Saturday was the picnic. And then Saturday evening, even though we were all wore out, we hooked up and met at Applebee's at like 8 in the evening and sat there till like 10:30 or something. And of course, Heather acted up there, and that's how that works. But it was a blast. And then Sunday was the live chat here. I mean, I'm sorry. I must be getting wore out. Sunday was the brunch here, and then VW Trends interview. So it was three days technically. It was so much fun. I can't get enough of it. It was a blast. It really, really was. What wonderful people, and traveling so far. Like Bob, for example, traveled from Wisconsin, and we have North Carolina, Kentucky. Like I could go on and on. You know what I mean? And it was actually a very, very nice time. It really was. I appreciate that folks actually took out the time to do all that driving and then spend time with us at the restaurants and coming here for a brunch and hanging out. I'm really blessed. I really am to have folks like you in my life. I really am. Anyway, something for okay. Misty and Applebee's was fun, wasn't it, Heather? Heather wasn't bad. She was herself. You knew to expect it. Yeah. I mean, we had fun. She made one little off color type of joke, but the girl had it coming. So it was our waitress. It was kind of funny in its own way. It really was. Uncle Bon, I thought you were going to show up at the Applebee's party, but I didn't see you. So I'm going to have to make you fly in sometime. I think that would be some videos to do together. But I'd let you do the editing because you're really good at editing. Sounds like trouble. She was. She was. Let me see. Yes, it said something pretty naughty and wanted to hide. Yeah, it wasn't horrible. It was funny. It really, really was. I think I was the only one that didn't laugh, though. So Just thought of the picnic. Jim's Columbiana had a big show of the year the same day. Maybe this show impacted the turnout of your picnic. Oh, Bob, I didn't care. I don't care if I have 30 people or 500. We had a great time. There was actually 3 other shows altogether. But what nobody understood, and some people got upset, when I had went ahead and scheduled our show here and paid for it, you can't get your money back or anything. It's like, too bad for you, you know. I didn't know Jim's was on the 12th, but I did have some supporters who did leave Jim's halfway through and came to our picnic here, which I thought that was really cool of them to do. There was 3 or 4 that came from Jim's to here, and I thought that was really nice. It wasn't that far from Jim's, you know, to my picnic, so I thought that was really nice, in all honesty. But there was like 3 or 4 other shows. I can't remember. People started rattling them off, and I'm like, oh crap. I didn't really know how many there were, you know. Migraine's not letting me stand. Apologize right back. God, I love being here. Alita, I understand. I know you're not feeling good, honey. Thank you for stopping in. I appreciate it. I really do. We'll catch up with you during the week. Love all y'all. I still have the truck to unload and water the garden before we forgot about it yesterday. And my screen jumped. There we go. And go to bed. 4 a.m. is coming too early. 4 a.m. is early, brother. If you're still here, Daryl, good night. And thanks for stopping in. I really, really appreciate that very much. Did anyone get pizza wasted? I didn't have pizza during the whole event, Uncle Bon. You believe that? I mean, when you fly out here one day and we hang out for a week, there will be pizza nonstop. Garden to water. Absolutely, Daryl. I knew you meant, brother. And take care of Lita and Heather. Hey, Sue and I are headed off for the night, so have a great one, everybody. Hey, good night, James and Sue. Thank you for always being here. And thank you, Sue, for stepping in and saying hello. I do appreciate that very much. And what do we have here? Boom, 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 boom. Trying to catch. I try to make sure I don't miss anything. How big was the turnout? Uncle Bon, I didn't really count, to be honest with you, because there was people coming and going. Thanks to the food truck. We won't get into all that, but it was nice. It really, really was. It was a great time. But the food truck screwed us and showed up 2 hours late, stayed for an hour and a half and left. Some people left to go eat, and I think it was so hot they just went home, you know, some of them. But I will never recommend her to anybody. I'm still pissed about that. Greetings from Lawton, Louisiana. Ed Stewart Jenkins, welcome in. Thank you very much for coming in. And Dennis, welcome in. And ours only once a year, every single weekend is event, so it's hard to plan around others. It's not easy, Heath. You're right about that. And I didn't think to really look in to see, you know, whose was when and what was going on. You know what I mean? Had the big show of the year the same day. Maybe the show impacted the turnout of the picnic. Yeah, I mean, it don't matter, Bob. Who don't show up, don't show up. You know, it is what it is. I mean, I didn't check Jim's schedule, and I usually communicate with Amy, but I thought it's no big deal. Whoever wants to go to each one is fine. You know, we had a really, really nice time. I know the Columbiana show at that specific point is the big one. There's no doubt about that. I may go to Jim's in October. We'll see. If I got time, I'll go to his show in October. Let me see. I already read that one because my damn screen jumped clear back and I was reading the same one over. I don't know why this does this, where the screen like literally jumps and you're reading the same messages. And so once you're right, Jim's is probably about 2 hours away from us. Jim's for me is about an hour and 15 minutes around there. I think that's about what it takes me because I get off at, oh, no, I got to pass the Cranberry exit. Yeah, it's like an hour and 15 minutes, I think, for me. I was there last year, I think, for the fall event for Halloween. Yeah, I do think so. Misty Forest, see your rear side, and where are we at here? Good night, all. I got to get up super early in the morning. Hey, Darren, thanks, brother. Thanks so much. I'll catch up with you tomorrow for sure. Thank you for being here. Tell Kender, Oliver, Reagan, everybody we said hello. And I'm eating pizza now. I normally do on the Sunday night chats. Thanks, James. I haven't had pizza in a while. Starting to have troubles. And hello from Canada's West Coast. Lisa stopped in. Thank you, Lisa. I appreciate you being here very much. You are new to the live chat. And James eating pizza without us. Yeah, he is, Kevin. He had to rub that in. I haven't had pizza in a while. Is it too late to order one? Yeah, it might be on a Sunday night. You could go for one. I just figured people want to hang out with us. It's cool. We appreciate the support. Right, Hev, who shows up wants to hang out, and I appreciated that. I had a lot of fun. The folks were great, you know. Next time, bring tequila shots. No one's going nowhere. You're right, Uncle Bon. Let me see. We missed you, Misty. Yeah, I knew for Misty with July was going to be tough. You know, she spends a lot of time with her daughters at certain points. Well, all the time, but doing certain things. So I totally understood that. I think it was around like 3 o'clock maybe. People were coming from gyms over to mine and hanging out, which was very thoughtful. You know, it down south there was, I don't even know how many people that were going to make it, but sadly, I think everybody knows about the flooding that went on, and they were contacting me very upset because they wanted to be here. And I understand you don't want to leave your house during that situation with stuff like that going on. You know what I mean? Then looting starts or things like that. So I completely understood. I really, really did. At Heather, August, please. Oh, I'd never do an August. The heat would be unbearable because July was bad. Wow. The humidity is so high. Order a pizza. I'm on my way. Honestly, I mean, I have not had pizza in like a week. It's pretty bad. It shows you like something ain't right now. But I'll get back on the bandwagon. I need to make some homemade pizza is what I need to do. I cheated a little bit recently and bought pizza, and Heather doesn't find that funny. I like making different types of pizzas, though. Something unique, and I'm not putting pickles on one. We were thinking fall. Yeah, I mean, truthfully, if I do another one, it's going to have to be the beginning of October. That's the only way I'll do it, or I won't even bother, because August and September here is just way too hot. I've experienced before. And yeah, it's probably beautiful where you're at, Misty, in the country, but here it's hard to even cut the grass. It gets so hot. But if I do another one, it'll be the very beginning of October, depending on what's going on at Jim's. I forget when his fall event is, but I'll get it figured out because I can call Amy and talk to her on the phone. We get along really good. I get along with Jim and Amy. But I'm thinking if we do it, it will be at the beginning of October. I just got to see, what's going on. But it's nice and cool. It's not nasty sitting around in, the horrifying heat, But let me see here. No pizza this week. Is everything okay? Well, Uncle Bon, I got to tell you, no. I need pizza. I really need some now. That's the only addiction I have is pizza. It is my only addiction, and it's probably the worst thing to do because, well, it's not good, especially month. It can be snowing in October. Well, it might be near you. We don't have snow. Usually at the end of October we get it here, if we get any. We don't even get snow near Christmas anymore, in all honesty. Bob, what is up, brother? How are you tonight? And did Vicky make it home safely? Because I couldn't remember when she was supposed to come back, but I knew it was rather soon. I caught a YouTube video car show in Europe somewhere. They had a car show in a parking garage. Brilliant idea, no idea for pop-up shade tent. That was actually a really good idea, in all honesty. Europe has some pretty cool shows. They really, really do. Oh, hey, Bob, tell Vicky hello. Bob, where have you been? Slades giving out money. She says hello, so that means Vicky made it home safely. That's a good thing. A couple of us are really close. We know what each other's like almost doing all the time. And I'm always $1 short. 63 degrees within the Bay Area. I wished I could just have 70 degrees year round, James. I think I told you that before, though. I'd be really happy with that. I mean, But August here, oh, August is worst. And September can still get sketchy. Excuse me. But the beginning of October is like perfection with the weather. Let me see. Again, everything after second week of October could be questionable, but the fall foliage could be nice. Yeah, where I'm at, hi honey, where I'm at, truthfully, I would have to say the end of October can start getting a little weird with, rain and maybe some snowflakes, but nothing to like brag about, But the beginning of October is just beautiful here. It'll stay like 70 degrees. It's nice and cool. Nobody's sweating. It's like the perfect storm. Have a fire because the pavilion that I get has a big fireplace in it. Obviously, I didn't do that with the heat, the way it was. Yes, she's back. She put on 1,100 miles. She is pooped. Did she get stuck in some rain? When we were on video chat last night, I was wondering about that. But that's 1,100 miles. That's a lot on a bike. I mean, I'm totally her #1 fan. She is driving a big Harley. She is so cool. She has a soft tail. She has a nice bike. She really, really does. I don't remember what I did yesterday, but I remember stuff like that. How weird is that? Heather was thinking you should add your humor to your videos because you're a hoot in the DIY videos. Uncle Bon, don't provoke her. You don't know what she did at Applebee's. Oh my God. I have a friend in Vista. He says it's gorgeous. I'm not familiar with Vista. I remember Windows Vista. Ooh, now I'm old. Brother and sister, I love the rest of you, but I have to lay down. I'm exhausted. Get some rest, Misty. Thanks for stopping in, honey. I really, really appreciate that very much. And I hope you and the girls had a nice weekend. I really do. Holly Slade and everyone else. Then shop working on nice pieces all day. Sat down for the first time today, but got to get my club meeting fixed. Thanks, Baja Bug. I appreciate that. I really, really do. And good night, Misty. Good night, Misty. And Mike said, Carlisle Mopar heat was brutal day before. Spent the day hunting as sort of the fiance's car. Thank God it was close to home. Oh, yeah, I bet, Mike. Carlisle puts on some nice events. They really, really do. It's been years since I've been there. Oh, Rick, I didn't know you were in here, unless I did, and then my brain went somewhere else. But thanks for being here, Ricky. I appreciate it. I hope you have a great, great night. Yeah, Carlisle, they do actually put on some nice events there. They always have, though. I remember back in the 80s, Carlisle, probably going to have to go up there just for any event, just to have fun. Let me see. I am so boring alone. Yeah, you're real boring, all right. A nut. A little bit for a short while. Okay. But Vicky's home. Hopefully didn't come home soaking wet. I mean, and yes, Uncle Bon. DOS 1.0. I don't know what that means. Heather May. Wait, DOS. I think Heather messed with that, if I'm on the same page. Good night, Ricky. I got vacation in August. Vacation now. Only the picnic was a week later. Could have drove the other car and brought both of us. Yeah, Mike, that's why Heather was saying if we do it next year, to do it like at the beginning of October, where it's nice and cool and people have more time. There's no vacations going on. Lots of reasons, We did have a great weekend. Now I work all week and back to the powwow this coming weekend, then 4 weeks off, 3 weeks nonstop again. Misty, you're too busy. You need to take a little break. But that is so nice you do that with your daughters. It really is. I always look forward to the pictures. I really, really do. They'll never forget that stuff, that's for sure. All roads lead to Carlisle. Yeah. Night Misty, it's folks, CPM, and pre-Windows. Oh, okay. That's what Heather did that crap years ago. I wasn't good at stuff of that. Heather, I think, got on the internet like in, I don't even know. I'm not good at this. Maybe 1998 or 99. Like, she was really into all that back then. That's been a lot of time. I mean, I remember Windows Vista, ME. ME was horrible, though. Wow. And, Windows 95 and all that. What was before ME? I guess Windows 95. I'm getting confused now. How about this October? Yeah, that's kind of close. And wish there was, I would, trust me, I wished I could this October. I want everybody to come back again because I had so much fun. I really, really did. I wish there was a big air cooled show in Carlisle. They had a Porsche Club, Marisol on Facebook, and Mixed Out Euro event. Yeah, they don't do an air cooled show in Carlisle. I was looking at Keystone Raceway, but I didn't check into anything yet. But I kind of liked the place we had this year because the pavilion was so big and you went up a few steps and there was room for a lot of cars. So the Keystone Raceway, I think, would be fun, but I couldn't imagine what they would charge to have me host out there. Pictures are coming tomorrow. I'm laying down now. Good night, everyone. Officially dreams. Be safe this week. Thanks, Misty. I'll watch for the pictures. I always do. And let me see here. Someone's going to break out some punch cards. ME missing edition. Yeah, I remember that came out. And I'm sorry, Tabitha was doing something. I can't find her now. ME, what was after ME? I can't remember now because it's been so long. But ME was horrifying. I think I got the blue screen every time I turned it on. I used to run BBS in the early 90s. And whoops, where'd we go? Crap, there it is. And I'm just catching up now on my best Golden Girls voice picture. It was 5. I have a pile of punch cards. They make great page holders and books. and you know, I look back. We were taking stuff out of boxes not long ago, cleaning the house up, probably a little while back, and I found a ton of floppy disks. I wanted to see what was on them, so I had to order from Amazon something to adapt to my computer to put floppy disks on, and I waste my time because it was stupid stuff. But I watched a video on taking the window regulator apart and cleaning it for the door apart. I have a totally different system. I argued with it for, I know that feeling, Lisa, for a couple hours before I could get it in. But you know what, hon? When you, or Lisa, I'm sorry, when you do it that way, though, and you take the snake out, is what I call it, and you clean that tracking really well and do all that, it is such a difference than people spraying PB Blast and winding it up and down. You're only good for a short stint, and then it gets hard again where you're trying to struggle. When you take them apart, it's so worth it. Both of my doors are apart because I had to do the body work and prime them. I don't know which videos you caught, Lisa. And I threw all the nuts and bolts and everything in a big bag for my window regular and everything. I can't find it. Ugh. I'll find it, though. I dropped my punch cords after creating them, had to redo everything. And BBS, I spent 90s reading piles of say BBS. Yeah, that stuff's out of my league. I check my email. Now, I know how to create websites and do stuff like that, but I don't really know how to do certain things like you folks did back in the day. Wayne, have a good night, brother. Thank you so much for being here, and thank you for coming to the picnic. I know that was a lot. You're like a warrior. Like, yeah, it was no big deal. Talk with you soon, brother. Send me a message real quick on Facebook Messenger when you can, and I'll hook you up with William. What the heck? There we go. It's happening every time there is a commercial. The screen goes black, and I have to close out and come back in. Really? Oh, great. I don't know. I can't see that on my end, babe. I'm not sure. I have premium, no ads. And Heather, you want more of the coffee? Said, let me know with vanilla ice. Oh, cream it makes fantastic. Oh my God, that sounds good, Wayne. It really, really does, actually. This was before all that, all test based. Yeah, I never messed with stuff like that back in. And I think Keystone Park is a good spot, but another good spot might be cool is, there it is, Greenhouse Winery. I know that one, Bob. Greenhouse Winery. You must be pretty close to me. I know that Greenhouse Winery. Wait, or Bob, was there a car show there like over the summer here, like in a band playing or something? I could be way off, but for some reason I think there was, because I don't live far from it if it's the right one. BBS Recall, I even had a program called Picture sniffer. That's creepy. Keith made my day. You know, as much as he helped Heather by sending her a computer in the mail, and I guess he don't mind me saying that, was a little while back, and we kind of traded off some stuff, carb rebuild, stuff like that. And I finally got a picture of him, and the dude is cool. That was just nice, Keith. It really, really was. Yes, I will screen cap it for you, Heather. Well worth it. And sounds really good, Wayne. Bob is beautiful. We wrote that out. Bob said, yeah, okay. Yeah, Bob, you can't be very far from me because the Greenhouse Winery is like, I don't know, I can be there in like 5 minutes. It's right up the street. I think I forget how I got there, but it's close. You know what I mean? So you're pretty close to me. The Greenhouse Winery, yeah, that probably wouldn't be a bad place now that you said that. You're in Greensburg. You should have been at my event. Yeah, you're only up the street from me, literally. I'm in Greensburg a lot because I either go to the big Walmart there, and then, of course, always Lowe's and Home Depot. And then sometimes we shoot out further to Latrobe because it's a little more calm, you know, at that Lowe's and that Walmart out there. And Heather has a Tractor Supply issue, so we're always out that way. So I'm always passing by your neighborhood. All right, kids, I'm tired too. It's bedtime. Good night, everyone. Thanks for hosting. Thanks, Spoke. I appreciate you being in here every week. I really do, brother. I really, really mean that. Thank you so much. Oh, right down the road. Yeah, Bob's down the road. I mean, I'm in Irwin, or North Huntingdon, use Irwin address, but I'm right down the street. I really am. That Greensburg Winery, that was stupid. Greenhouse Winery, whatever. I was there for a car show. I just can't remember when. It wasn't long ago. And I thought that was nice there. Have a great night. I was just making sure I didn't miss nothing. And Keystone, I mean, the pavilion I got this year was huge. It was really, really, really nice. It was a night. There was no signal there though, so I couldn't go live, which kind of stunk, you know. But it is what it is. It happens. Because I go to Keystone Campgrounds, I have full-blown signal. Go across the lake, you know what, a couple 100 yards across the lake, no signal. So I was kind of bummed out when I seen that, you know. But read a bunch of groups where I had no cloud of proper interact with actual servers, was just a kid. Yeah, I mean, I remember when we got our first computer. Not to sound stupid, but good night, Neil. Thanks for being here, brother. I appreciate it very much. Long story short, we got one from a Rent-A-Center because I didn't want to buy a computer. I'm like, we're never going to use one much. And we got one from Rent-A-Center, and what was it, like 8 megs of RAM or something? Like, I don't remember. It was like, and then we started messing around. I'm like, we need to buy a computer. Those vids on bodywork may come in handy looking for a type 2. Oh, thanks, Lisa. There's a lot more to come up on the bodywork. I did some bodywork videos, though. I still have more to do. I'll time-lapse some. But Heather, if this week, if she has time, if not next week, I'm going to have Heather spray the Rust-Oleum on. I'm going to have her do that, some of the primer. It'll get her in my video a little bit. People like seeing her goof off. Well, not goof off, but, you know, come into the videos and do body work. So I think it's a lot of fun. I'm not a big fan of body work, but it has to be done, and I can't afford to pay to get it done. So let me see. Once I get our Impala back, you'll have to come see that M63 Baja. That'd be nice, Bob. I would enjoy that. You're not far from me, that's for sure. So let me know. Take a ride out. Maybe even do a little interview or a quick video on your Baja. And Impala, yeah, I love Chevys. Uncle Bon knows that one. I need a new video editing software. Any suggestions, anyone? I don't want to go to college to learn. I think I know what people are going to say with the editor. I'll see. It was called Shakedown Street. Okay, so Keystone is nice, but yes, it's out there. So not much service. Yeah, Bob, when I was on the camping section, Heather and I rented a cabin in November, and I had fine signal because I watched that Tyson fight from there because I had to see it. and we won't talk about that. But I had fine signal. Across the lake, nothing. I had shareware and games too. Shareware and 65 SS. Oh man. Wow. I should do an interview on that one and give it to Uncle Bond to put on his channel. Wow. Just keep her out of Applebee's. Ah, Bob. She did good though. And then she got towards the end and her brain she just decompressed it all. I was actually thinking for a while, oh, that's pretty nice. Heather's being all good and smiling, and then bang. Mike, how are you? You made it in? That's what matters. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. And what did Lisa say here? I can't afford it either. Here on the West Coast, I was quoted $30,000 for paint shovel shops that did a restaurant meditation. Oh, Lisa, I understand. Trust me. Here to get, say, I'll make up a fictitious story. If you have a Beetle here and the body work is done, just to have them scuff, prime, scuff, and paint is $5,000 just for that. And they ain't touching nothing. If you made a flaw, too bad. I think it's insane. My first Beetle on here, and I'll make a long story short, is 73 Super Beetle, and I did the Rust-Oleum paint job with the HVLP gun, blah, blah, with hardener, and it come out nice. I think the total outgoing cost was about, I'd say about $200 maybe. Excuse me. Now I'm doing mine in sections this time for people. I do different types of paint jobs. So I'll tell you the next two I'm doing. The one I'm currently doing, Lisa, I'm doing Rust-Oleum rattle can with the 5-way adjuster on it for fan spray. So you can buy a couple cans at a time when you need it, but I'm going to use 2K Spray Max Clear Coat. It has catalyst hardener in it, just like using it out of a gun with hardener, just a different delivery method. So that's nice for people that don't have a lot of equipment, and it'll come out beautiful and it'll last just as long. When I do Heather's car, I'm going to use my 20-gallon compressor from Harbor Freight, which was like $350. I did a video going on Harbor Freight. They didn't like that, but I did it. That one there will be a cheap process because I'm going to use an LVLP gun, low volume, low pressure. And you can do a paint job for probably $300-400. So that's what I didn't mean to get into a long thing, but that is why I do the paint jobs I do, because I don't think any of us has 20 and 30 grand. And I think it's disgusting what they charge. I'll be honest with you. I was a mechanic for quite some time and I never screwed anybody. I made it as cheap as possible for people because none of us can afford to be jerked around like that. And I was just being honest. And Lonnie, she said, I use Pinnacle for video editing. It's like Adobe. Oh, yeah, people told me to buy Adobe. And then I thought, well, I'm going to have to take out a second mortgage. And then I think there's a monthly fee. And I don't remember the price, though. We have Vegas Movie Studio on disc. But then they quit doing it or something, and there's no updates. And it's like, well, thank you for jerking me around. So Pinnacle, Heather, take a look at that and see, because I would like to do my videos. I keep them plain, DIY, but I would like to make them a little different sometimes where I'm up in the corner of the screen talking to you, and then you can watch what I'm doing. I don't know if that made sense. I remember having fun with Basic, but did not like Pascal. I don't know those. I'm using Windows Movie Maker. Your laugh here. But mine are simple DIYs. Heather's are all fancy, you know. And Mike just said hi back to us. And my screen jumped. Why does this happen to me? There we go. Took my girlfriend to the cruise night and gave her some lessons driving Lucy. She is the third person I've allowed to drive Lucy. That is awesome. That is great. Good for you. That is awesome, Dylan. That had to make her night. And Bob Putty, he's like, Time to start a new channel, Slades Hot Rod Garage. You know what? If I lived near you, I would have a channel with you if you would want. Do you know how much fun that would be? I mean, we'd probably get thrown off of YouTube, but I mean, it would be a blast, Uncle Bon. I'm being serious about that. We need to do some type of Zoom call. I don't know how to. You're better than that than I am with that stuff, and put it on your channel where we're goofing off back and forth, because my channel wouldn't, you know. But I think it would be fun. I really, really do. My friend's dad was, and so he used to give me all these, say, BBS threads on disk, always feeling my suspicions of the government. Yeah, Heather actually, before, like maybe back in like 99 or 2000, she was able to float around on the internet pretty good, where I wasn't very good at that, you know. And she was like, wow, one day you won't be able to find this stuff. And she's right. It all vanished. And I'm sure you know what I mean. Lonnie, it is crazy hard to learn. And I think I just peed myself again. Don't feel bad. I do that all the time, Bob. No Heather's Hot Rod Garage with a Nova. Oh, here we go. And Nova or Falcon. Nova or Falcon. I got a system down where I'll be able to get her one, but it's going to take about a year and a half. And then Heather will be happy and have her camper and her Nova or Falcon on her channel, so we can start looking. Kevin, take me broke. Robert said the paint supplies are high now. I'm in collision repair. Oh, you would know then, because I called Napa and there we go. I lost my spot. I called Napa, long story short, like 2 years ago, to buy that. You know, Robert, you'll know better than me what it's called, like the kit you can buy with the paint, the primer, the hardener, the reducer, everything. And I think he said then it was like $300 or something. Now it's like $750, and I'm like, holy crap! I'm trying to do paint projects where the guy in his driveway on gravel or the guy in his garage don't have a compressor. You know what I'm doing, Rob. You know, obviously it's not on a level of what you're doing, you know, but that 2K clear in a can, that Spray Max with the catalyst is pretty evil. That stuff works great. I just hate scuffing and buffing because it's like Burn City on round cars. I like the square bodies, but I'm broke, so wait. I have Cyberlink application. I have no idea what that is, because Keith is like 30 levels above me with computer stuff. I mean, Heather, there are many videos and their support is good. On the Gene list, I was able to crank a number out. Pinnacle is not very expensive. Avid became Pinnacle. Yes, Pinnacle has lots of fee. I'm going to have to check that, Lonnie. Thank you, dear. I'm really, I'm sorry. I have a habit, for you females on here, please don't take this personal. I have a habit of saying dear and honey, and I mean no harm by it. So I just needed to put that out there. It's a habit of just being courteous, but I'm going to have to check into Pinnacle. I didn't know much about them, to be honest with you. Anyone want to buy my Beetle so I can get a Nova? Oh, did I say that out loud? Well, I guess I'll buy it off of you so you can get your Nova. And what do we got here? I got to scroll back down because it went haywire. There we go. Where are you? Maybe it's my mouse that's causing it to jump. And Lisa said dog. And okay, thank you. It would be epic, Uncle Bon. I think we need to. I'm like 2 months overdue for a video call with you anyhow. Because, well, when you get it and I get on video call, we don't talk about cars as much. We talk about stuff nobody wants to hear. But we laugh the whole time because Heather can hear us from the other room. I do have 2 colors on my Beetle, but still, that's ridiculous. No, Lisa, it is. It is. I was going to do 2-tone on mine. No, I'm jealous, but I didn't do it because I got lazy about it. But honestly, it is ridiculous. But everything I'm dealing with right now, our gas is real high by us. gas, cigarettes, food, everything, everything. For the last 4, 5, 6 years, everything is just so high. It is insane. Even engine blocks, cylinder heads, like, okay, I don't want to start complaining. I'm sorry. Michael, I've been snooping on the government since the 90s. I don't trust them. Heather, watch on here, honey. Because Heather really knew how to work stuff then. Check out the open source link. Linux, I've heard of that. It can run quicker, learn curve can be steeper. There's plenty of help forms and instructions. You know, Mike, my buddy told me that years ago about Linux, if I'm pronouncing it correctly. He did something with his Windows, put Linux in it or whatever, and that thing screamed. That thing was so fast. I have an SSD hard drive in my laptop, which I think is tired now, but if you don't see videos for a while, you'll know my computer died. The SSD hard drive made a huge difference for me, and I'm not techie, but it did speed everything up, you know. In my next video, you'll see my idea on how we collaborate on videos from miles away. Oh, okay. That'd be great, Uncle Bon. I'd love that. And thank you for that shout out in your video. That was very nice of you. He made me the person of the week, technically, channel of the week, and that was just very nice of him to do. But Uncle Bon has a very big, kind heart. And I'm not saying that because he's in her. I say it to Heather when nobody can even hear me. I just bought a gallon of wax and grease remover. It was $32. Great, I needed some. Now I see what I'm going to have a look forward to. Damn. Everything is just so expensive now. And well, no offense taken. Love the endearments. Yeah, Lisa, it's just, Heather knows what I'm like. I don't do that intentionally. It's just an automatic mechanism of respect and kindness, you know, VW love type thing. Cyberlink is another video editor, etc. I thought I did hear of Cyberlink. God, I knew that one for some reason. I can't recall. We'll check that one too, dog. And where we go, Slade, that's okay. And the government is always snooping on you. It's only fair. Oh, there's no doubt about that. And, you know, people joke about your phone's listening to you, which I don't really, you know, care. They're going to be like, this guy's got some serious VW issues and pizza issues. Pizza. But I say stuff. So now it's almost fun if my phone's laying there to say dual 40 HPMX carburetors. I can guarantee you within a couple hours when I pick up my phone and go on Facebook or because I use Facebook, you know, for our Slades VW group. And hey, there's a sponsored ad for dual carburetors, 40 HPMX. And I'm like, are you kidding me? Like, my phone's really tapping into me. Wow. Just wonder I don't get pizza coupons. We had a place here named Car Red Wine, and they were very reasonable on paint. Guess that make enough now. Closed. They sold DuPont, family owned. Oh, wow. Yeah, we don't have no discounts near us with paint supplies at all. I never do any work in Windows. It's so slow. You know what I'm mad about, Mike, brother, is I have this guy calls it a secondhand store by him, or what do you call them? Like I think I hate getting older. Like a porn shop. Oh no, a pawn shop. It's probably time to sign off. A pawn store, a pawn shop, whatever it is. But when I went in there a couple times, because they have a lot of unique stuff, but his stuff's all like brand new, really, really weird. And I went in there, he had all kind of laptops, and he does test them, blah, blah, blah. And I'm going somewhere with this. I bought a 2018 Apple laptop or whatever they're called, MacBook, because I have an iPhone. And I brought it home. I forget what system it was. I'm not good with that. Wow, that thing screamed. I mean, that computer was seriously fast. And then I wanted to use Windows their movie maker, whatever it is in there, you know. But man, I could, after being on Windows my whole life, well, you know what I mean, I literally could not comprehend. I started getting screwed up and I'm like, I can't do this. And I sold it to my son-in-law and went back to Windows. I should have kept the Apple MacBook or whatever it's called, because it was awesome. It really was. I made a mistake doing that, and I only paid $300 for it. Big mistake. I shouldn't have let that go. Linux operating system SSD drives are great. Most laptops have them now. Yeah, Lonnie, I've noticed that, because my laptop, I'm getting nervous. It's starting to get a little weird. So I am nervous. I'm thinking about getting something Heather has when affordability is available. Actually, Keith is the one who sent Heather the computer. I don't know what it is. It's small, and this thing is a tank. So I might try to, when it's affordable, to get one of those. They're all SSDs when I started looking now, and I'm like, that is great, because it did make a big difference. I didn't really even know about them until I bought this one. And they are, and that's all I always say about that. And as everybody was seeing all the animals leaving Yellowstone, any conspiracy? Hey, James, I did see that pop up on my Facebook, that all the animals are like running from Yellowstone. That's kind of creepy, because animals are the ones that can detect things, so to speak. I don't know how to word it. I'm a car guy. But I did see that, brother. I did see that come up on something, and I thought, that's not good. I think getting my girlfriend her own Beetle as our own project together. Dylan, that would be great, in all honesty. And when you do stuff together like that, that's a bond. That's a nice thing. It really, really is. Just wish my retirement pay went up as fast as everything else. Once you retire, it's over. There's no more overtime. Then there's this, then there's that. So, Mike, I know what you're saying about that. It's not fun then, because the way the economy has went for years now, our money's not keeping up with everything else. And then the jerks where I live keep raising taxes, property tax, school tax, county tax. It's like they create taxes, you know. We definitely get demonetized. It would be hilariously entertaining. Also, we is Heather directed. You do handle quality control so it doesn't get too crazy. Well, there's Uncle Bon. When Heather's in my videos, I don't think people realize I edit out like 5 things, because Heather, it's just a good time. Let's have fun. And it's nothing bad. It isn't even stuff kids can't see or anything, but she thinks it's a big party when I'm filming, and then she just acts like a nut, you know. In my one video recently, I'm walking up to the garage and she's pushing the car outside. I'm like, what are you doing? I just set up the cameras, and she pushes the car away, and she's like, oh, I'm just having fun. Like, okay. The bad thing I realize is most applications are Windows-based. Linux emulators just add another layer. You know, it's funny you said that, Keith. I was wondering, because everything is Windows-based, so that would make sense. I mean, operating system measure source software like video editing is easily downloaded through operating system, and also mostly open source / free or super cheap. Wow, that's a good. I like cheap. I'm a cheap guy when it comes to certain things. Let me see here. Try to see where I'm at. And James Perez, volcanic eruption, possibly. Yeah, I know. I'm concerned about that. Good night, Dave. Thanks for being here, brother. I'll catch up with you in a few days. Thank you so much. Tell Marcy we said hello and give her a big hug for us. And I do mean that. Marcy's so sweet. His gal. She's a total sweetheart. I'm worried about that with Yellowstone. Animals start fleeing from stuff, you know they're feeling something. Once you learn how to run some simple commands, command line, you can put and paste your way to all kinds of software. And good night, Dave. Hewlett Packard. I had a lot of HPs back in the day. I never had complaints about them, in all honesty. Ian said, better late to arrive in the chat than never. And he's in Kansas. He did an 8-hour intro to welding class yesterday. I'm no longer a non-welder. I'm now a horrible welder. Ian, it takes time. Trust me. I just got that Weld Pack 90i by Lincoln that Heather bought for me. And honestly, I became here just a little better, not that much. But I have to get used to them dials. I either burn straight through or I have bubble gum, you know, but I did get a lot of new grinding wheels for my grinder, so don't feel bad. There we go. Mainline settings are easier than the Mac, in my opinion. Some even simulate Windows user's interface to make it easier transition. Yeah, I'm not really good with Linux at all. Our property taxes went up 40% in the last 2 years. We're getting ready to have a recall election on our county executive. Well, tell you what, Ian, I'm sorry, I apologize. I was looking at something while I was talking. I got a thing from our county saying 32% hike. That's a lot. I've heard 3-4%, 32% hike and 6% every year for 5 years. Want to know why? Because they said they mishandled money. I mishandle money all the time, so maybe I don't have to pay my taxes when I do that. Our school taxes went through the roof, and truthfully, we've been considering moving. So I'm starting to get very frustrated with this tax game where we live. But now you're telling me that in another place too. I wanted to go country a little bit where I'm seeing the prices and the tax scales. Wow, that might be easier, especially as I get older. Because, I mean, the taxes aren't horrible in my house, but they're going to be. They keep nailing us. Laundered money in my area. I know what they're doing. Every time they print more money or is debt selling, or literally robbing value from your bank account. Oh, yeah, Mike. Oh, absolutely. I agree 100% on that. I'm so sick of the tax game. Almost said something nasty. I'm so sick of it. It's like I'm trying to survive and they're going, give me your money now. It's mob mentality, I think. Let me see. Everyone's saying Dave sounds like scene from 2001 Space Odyssey. I love Keith. He comes up with stuff out of nowhere. Jeremy, what is up, brother? I hope you're doing well. And I wish that all these great minds could collaborate on creating VW parts and accessories that would change everything. Uncle Bon, that was a heck of a thing to say, and you're right. I mean, I think, too, if we had access to tooling and machining, well, maybe 3D printer, we could create some nice stuff, because some of our parts now, got to watch with some of them, Sling, happy Sunday. It's sad, but a lot of our stuff is poo-poo now, just nearly had a 300% hike. Thankfully, it's still the cheapest county near here. Yeah, I forget what county you're at, Mike. I can't remember now. But I'm in Westmoreland, and when I seen that in our Norwin Star, the paper they send around to you weekly, and I was eating lunch that day, and Heather's like, "Hey, they're raising taxes again." I'm like, "Yeah, big surprise." And when she said 32%, I almost choked on my cereal. Like, really? I'm used to 3 and 4% hikes, but 32% and then an additional 5 or 6% every year. But I give them credit. They put it right in the paper because they mishandled money. Like, who don't admit to it then, because it made me really mad. But then again, nobody does nothing about it, Heading out. Good night, everyone. Hey, good night, Kevin. Thanks for being here, brother. Give April a big hug for us. Thank you so much. That Kevin and April traveled from Kentucky to come to our 3-day event, which was really, really awesome. I can't say enough about the folks that went out of their way and drove so far, in the heat. Poor Darren, he already went to bed tonight here. He came, he was in his Honda, I think, have a really nice Accord, a newer one. And he called, I think it was the day of the picnic, and his alternator took a crap. I felt so bad for him because there he was at AutoZone, $250, $300 getting an alternator. I feel bad when that stuff happens to folks. I believe Oregon is tax-free above California. Yeah, California's got to have some pretty nasty taxes. I mean, I don't know for a fact, but I bet they're high. Excuse me. No, there'll be more dollars to mismanage. Well, yeah. I mean, honestly, Mike, when Heather did read me it at first, I said 32%. I thought maybe she just read it quick and it was like 3%. But to actually put it in print and everybody's face was like a punch in the teeth going, well, we mishandled money, so we need more now. I have never even heard of crap like that before. And I usually try to talk mostly on here about food, movies, cars, life in the 70s, stuff like that. But I try not to bring stuff up like that. But wow, what's happening is we're having a lot of seniors. I think I'm a senior. Ugh, you know, in our areas that are losing their homes because they can't keep up on the taxes. These people work their whole life for that. And now I go to Walmart and I see 75-year-old people ringing me out. That breaks my heart. But enough about that. I do apologize. Somebody decided to use rivets on the hood stripping, then remove the stripping, then and them in and bond it over. Ugh. Finally got all the paint and Bondo off. Now it's time to take rivets out and weld up the holes. Sling, when people do that, and I know I'm not making fun of anybody. I'm really not. Everybody does what they have to do, Sling, and I get it. But some things you kind of like, ugh. I got to do that with some guide rails, and I think what I'm going to do is get a piece of copper, clamp it underneath the hole, and then just fill it with weld and grind smooth. Not that I'm an expert at it, but rivets are good. I've used rivets where I'll hold stuff in place with rivets while I'm welding or doing something, you know what I mean? I did put on my guide rails on my trunk with stainless steel rivets because I wasn't going to weld them all on there. And now that I decided to go with a Mexican seal, I'm the jerk now that's got to drill the rivets out and fill the holes in. But not in a situation like you've dealt with. Yeah, I wouldn't have put Bondo and all kind of crap over them. But over the years, I've seen some stuff that I shake my head. And then I try to realize that, oh, I bought this car and I started grinding away and I took the seat off and I looked and there's a stop sign for a piece of metal. You know what? It's okay. I just realized where the stop sign went at the end of my street. I haven't looked recently about issues with Adobe Photoshop, Microsoft Office because in the corporate, those weren't compatible with other companies was a pain. I hear a lot good about Adobe. I know my daughter has a YouTube channel that, Mike, was you hiding in a brush? I didn't even see you. Thank you for being here tonight, brother. And I hope you have a really, really great week. I really do. My daughter has a channel, but she don't really, she did some stuff on it for a while, and I don't think she does much on it anymore, but she did more of car show stuff and interviews, and she used Adobe, and she's really, really good at editing, amazingly good at it. And when I was watching, I'm like, I need Adobe. But I was watching her use it the one time when she still lived at home, and I'm like, ugh, it was so much to learn, but I do need to just buckle up and learn this stuff, So for welding until I afford to make with gas. Well, you know what, Uncle Bon, and it is true. I did the Harbor Freight welder, the flux core. I did a Lincoln flux core. That was a friend's. I know people go, oh, it's not so bad. And then you grind. I had a hell of a time with the MIG welders without gas. Now, the Lincoln I got, I can send you a link to it. It's really not that expensive, and it's the weld pack. But I'll send you a direct link. I got to remember to send it to your phone or your a messenger. I think it was like $3.99 or something. But it's a nice welder, and it's light. You could carry it around, and it really works really well with the gas. Big, big difference, and very good for budget-minded folks. And Lincoln's a good name. I've seen a lot of railroad buggies with signs as floors and skid plates. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, Sling. I bet. That would not surprise me at all. And actually, as skid plates, I kind of get that part if you're trying to save some money, Lonnie, good night, dear. I hope you have a great week. Thank you for stopping in, honey. I appreciate that. I really do. And I didn't realize it was getting that late, to be honest with you. I still like GIMP more than Photoshop. I don't know what I use for photos. I think it is Paint Shop Pro, or I forget when I'm doing photos. It's something like that. But GIMP, I did download that, Mike, and Wow. I'd have to take some time to get used to it. There's a lot of controls on that. So GIMP, I agree. It has more than my Paint Shop Pro or whatever I use. JASC is the company of my paint shop thing, whatever it is. But GIMP, when I did download it and it was free, I was like, wow, I don't even know how to use this. There was so many controls on it and it was free. But I agree, it is a nice program. Then the price of all of them, I hear you. It's the price on everything is just ridiculous. And that's, I'm sure Heather gets tired of me complaining because it's constant with me going, look at the price of this, look at the price of that. And just everything has been expensive for years now. And I hope one day we wake up and notice that the prices are coming down with things, because especially as we get older, and I know some of you are very young, and some of us like me are a little older, and it gets hard as you get older. I'm not working a bunch of overtime like when I was young, So I mean, I tried starting a page. It was on OnlyFans. It was me crying and eating pizza. And it's funny. I was going to open up like a Patreon account and do special live DIY stuff on there, and help people. And then I thought, I don't want to overwhelm myself, because then my channel here that we have as the community channel might start to suffer. And people seem to be really getting a lot of help from these DIY videos. So I thought I better not do that, Next week, I'll be back in a garage during live, though. I was in the office for a couple of weeks doing it here, but I'll be back in the garage live for the chats, because my bench looks like somebody tossed something in there and it blew up because there's crap all over the place. Let me see here. Yeah, I agree. Then the price of all them. I hear you. But okay, folks. I kept the pretty long. I didn't know it was almost 11 o'clock. I have so much fun in here with everybody, and I'm just being honest that I'll always think, well, I'll get in here for an hour and 10 minutes and say hello to all people because you folks are awesome. And then one thing leads to another, and I'm like, oh crap, we were in here 2 hours. And I enjoy that. I really do. It's something that I look forward to every week, because I don't go out, I don't go to bars, I don't play them games. So to me, when I get in here, it's my night out, and honestly, probably October or November, soon as the summer gets over with, then we'll switch back to Friday night chats, which I think, a lot of people, it's easier for them on Friday evenings at 9. But I'm going to wait until summer's out of the way, because a lot of people are out doing stuff Friday evenings, But I'm glad, Uncle Bon. I really am. That's very nice of you, brother. Before this week is out, and I know you're busy too, I do want to get on our private video chats we do. I miss talking to you, because it's like comedy hour. We have a lot of fun. But thank you all. There's still 33 of you sitting here. I'm going to let you go because I'm going to go eat. I'm really hungry. But good night to all of you. Thank you so much. Much love to everybody. I hope you have a safe week. New video will be out Friday, and we'll be back next Sunday night live, but it'll be in the garage. Keep the notification bell clicked. Please click your notification bell, because I am going to start going live during the week out of nowhere in the garage, where I'll just start going live and start working on the car, and you can watch if it interests you. So notification bell is important. So good night, y'all. Love y'all. I hope you have a great upcoming week. Be safe, and we'll see you soon.